Christianity.
As I encounter people who have a woke version of Jesus, he's more enlightened. And so that's a form of deconstruction in that regard.
The Stand Radio, Saturdays at 4 and Sundays at 8 p.m. Central on American Family Radio.
It's First Time Caller Day on Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
It is first-time callers, so start lining up, folks. If you've never been on the show with us, today could be your day.
So first-time callers only today. Now we're going to ask 3 questions each.
The quack of a duck does not produce an echo. Is that true or false?
That falls under the category of it's just wrong.
Yes.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. And as you just heard the announcement there, first-time callers today on Trivia Friday. I'm Tim Wildman with Ed Vitagliano. Good morning, Brother Ed.
Good morning, Tim.
JJ Jasper.
Great to be here. They tell us that Adam may have been romantic. Historians tell us that when Adam first saw Eve, he said, "Eve, you're the only woman in the world for me." That's romantic right there, boys.
That's
And true.
Yeah, she probably said, I've heard that line before.
So that's where that line comes from.
I'm supposed to be flattered by that? All right, Trivia Friday, also known as Learning University. Learning University is on the air. And we're going to ask trivia questions and ask you to call in and ask your trivia question of us.
How would they do that if they wanted to call in? Do they have a phone? I have a phone number if you want me to.
Yeah, it's right here here. I'm reading it. The phone number is 888-589-8840. Again, 888-589-8840 is the phone number to be on with us. If you've never been on Trivia Friday, today is your day. Ed, what about the mystery question?
Yeah, we do have one of the 9 questions that we will put forth to challenge our students.
Yeah.
Is a mystery question.
Okay.
And if they answer it correctly, they will hear this sound.
Yeah.
The beloved cowbell.
Beloved cowbell. Always need more cowbell. And you win something. And if you answer the mystery question correctly, you win an AFR travel mug. Stainless steel. If you're looking online, you're watching Tim Wildman balance that on his head while doing finger guns. I mean, it's really quite a sight to behold.
Yeah, I'm 60 years old, too.
What's that?
I'm 60 years old, too. I mean, that's pretty doggone good right there.
It is. And if you'd like to watch that, you can. We have 3 ways for you to watch the live video stream. You can go to Facebook or YouTube. Type in, search for Today's Issues. On YouTube, it's Today's Issues Live. Or go to streaming.afa.net. That's our own streaming platform, streaming.afa.net. And Tim's been doing it. This has gone on 45 seconds.
Yeah, my neck's starting to hurt. But yeah, I've been.
Because you're 60 years old.
Yeah, I'm 60 years old. There you go. I'll do it next week. What do you say? All right. What do you say? Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio.
Oh, we do have one restriction. You have to be 11 years old or older to call to be on with us Trivia Friday. First-time callers, the number to call is 888-589-8840.
All right, go, Ed.
All right, here are my 3 questions. The first one is from my granddaughter, Stella, and it's a true-false question. There are snow leopards in the Gobi Desert. Is that true or false? There are snow leopards in the Gobi Desert. Is that true or false?
Where's the Gobi Desert?
Well, I can't tell you that. But, snow leopards in a desert?
Yeah.
Is that true or
true
false?
Okay.
All right. Second question. American astronauts first landed on the moon on July 20th, 1969. What is the name of the place where they landed? There's a name on the moon for where they landed. What's the name of it? And then third question, I just like saying this guy's name, Gutzon Borglum. Gutzon Borglum.
Nobody should be named that.
I bought a watch from him once in the alley. He had on a trench coat and opened up that coat and had a nice little array of watches. Claimed they were Rolex, but you got to read the fine print. I should have known by the price and that he was selling them out of his trunk.
What was the question again? We got lost in the name.
Gutzon Borglum sculpted what famous U.S. monument?
Mm-hmm.
Gutzon Borglum sculpted what famous
My
U.S.
wife wanted
monument?
one of those purses, and I said, those are way too expensive.
That's lovely.
I'll go Coach,
It's
but
a
not
good-
anything
If
beyond
that guy came up and had a baseball bat and said that name, I'm here to collect your overdue bill, I'd give him the money.
I'd give
Would
him
y'all?
the money. I'd give them the money even if you're the one who owed it.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I have.
Here's what I've got. First question. Who is the only athlete to play in both the World Series and a Super Bowl? I know my sports aficionados, sports experts beside me know, but don't blurt it out. Who is the only athlete to play in both a World Series and a Super Bowl? Second question, multiple choice. What percent of people in the world have dark hair? Is it 70%, 80%, or 90%? What percent of people in the world have brown or black hair? 70%, 80%, or 90%?
I long for those days.
Sorry to trigger you with this question right here.
Yeah.
Nothing personal.
I stopped using a hairdryer in 1989.
They say that that 95% of bald men still own a comb. They just can't part with it. They just cannot
we
part
got it.
with it.
Yeah.
True or false? Third question. True or false? Easter Sunday fluctuates between March the 22nd and April the 25th. Is that true or false? So Easter, which it happens on a Sunday, but it fluctuates between March the 22nd and April the 25th. True or
I had a
false?
fluctuating Easter one time, and I had to take penicillin for about a month, but it cleared it up.
Oh, did it clear it up? Ed?
Yeah,
Okay.
some stomach issues.
Yeah, you fluctuate.
You
That's
got a
all right. That's
fluctuating
all we
Easter.
need. Too
Roll
much
him.
information. Ed.
Roll him right in here in this part of the ER. It looks like I can already tell you before we run a CAT scan.
You got a
He's got
fluctuating Easter.
Fluctuating
Watch this on the X-ray.
Yeah.
See this fluctuating right there?
That's right.
All right. So here are my three questions. Number one, this actress is best known for her roles in two iconic movies from the 1960s. Name the actress and name the movies. Got that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Second question. Baseball season is right around the corner, right? Spring's
It
right
is.
around the corner. So my question is this. Now, if you can answer this question without looking it up, I'm going to send you an AFR travel mug.
Wow.
A stainless steel AFR
He will
travel
hand
mug.
deliver it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to commit to that, but I will. We will get it in the mail to you.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's
Right.
the next best thing.
The next best thing. So if you can answer this question without looking it up, AFR travel mug. There are 4 Major League Baseball players with over 700 career home runs.
Wow.
Only 4. In all the decades of Major League Baseball, only 4 players have ever hit over 700 career.
So Hammer and Hank had some people nipping at his heels.
I'm not
go
gonna
ahead.
Say, I'm not
There
gonna
are
say
now
anything.
3.
There are 3. There are 3.
I'm so sorry. Why did I do that? Hey, you could have kept going. Nobody would even know who Hammer
yeah.
and Hank was, maybe.
Maybe not. But anyway, 4 Major League Baseball players have hit over 400 career home runs. If you can give me the names without looking it up, I'll give you an AFR travel.
Now, there's some baseball fans that can do that. They can answer that question.
All right, finally, name me 3 foods that are named with states in them.
Oh.
That's a great question.
Yes. 3. Give me 3. I want 3 foods that have states in the name of the food. Got
And
it?
there's probably
There's a
fairly
list.
long
There's a long
list.
list.
Yeah.
I just want 3. Not
That's a great question.
Not asking
really
for
is.
much, people. Not really. Not asking for much here. All right, let's go in.
All right, we're going to go to Arkansas first. And Donna is on the line. Donna, welcome to Trivia Friday. All right, go ahead. All right, we're going to go to... Okay, Donna, you there?
Donna, you'll need to turn your radio down because there's a delay and it will confuse you and us as well.
Okay. Turn your radio down and welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you. I have been trying to get through literally for years.
Wonderful.
Wow.
You made it.
Well, bless you, Donna. Thank you for your persistence.
It's paid off.
Yeah.
You-
How's your life been over those years? Have you been?
Good. Very well.
All
Blessed.
right.
You have been doing other things, right, Donna?
Right,
It's
right,
not
yeah.
just trying to get on.
But, yeah.
Other important things.
Oh, yes.
Well, Donna, thanks
I
for
have been.
calling. Ask, answer, or both?
Answer.
Okay. And by the way, where do you live in Arkansas? Just curious.
Pocahontas.
Okay. The Jonesboro,
It's up
Bible,
by,
Pocahontas area.
Northeast, yes.
Yeah, I know where you are. You're
Yeah,
on the,
Jonesboro.
so if you suddenly we can't hear you, the New Madrid fault would have
Oh, man.
happened. All right. So
Oh, well, that would be
yeah, that's
that
near
would be
near you, right?
disastrous.
All right. So anyway,
Yes.
where were we? You want to answer?
She wants to answer.
Which one? Okay, which one?
Yes. I'm going to take a stab at it because none of them I am very familiar with, but the states with the names in it.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, the question is, name me 3 foods that have states in their name.
Okay. New York chili cheesesteak.
New York cheesecake is one of them. Check.
Yes. Oh, shoot. I had one more at least. New York, Texas barbecue.
No, that's not.
No?
But there is.
Oh.
Hey, there is something else. I'll give you a little hint. No, I'll give you a break.
Uh-huh.
There is another Texas that you'll know. A food, not Texas
There's another
barbecue.
Texas.
Think about it. Sometimes you eat this with barbecue. Oftentimes you do. What is it? It's got Texas in its name.
Goodness gracious. I don't know.
It's hard when you're put on the
I'm-
spot on the radio. We understand
It
that.
sure is. But see, I can think of a lot of them with the names of the cities.
Right.
But I can't. The states. Okay. Let me.
Oh, that's a good point. I
Yeah.
was
I know,
I
I
was
gotta
thinking
hurry.
I was thinking cities
Some
when he
cities,
said
yeah.
states. Well, listen, do you want to ask us a question?
I do not. I do not. I did not have time to get one because
Well,
I
hey,
didn't
Donna,
think I would
thank
get
you.
through.
Thank you so much for calling, and
Well-
thank you so much for listening to AFR.
Hey, Donna.
Yes,
So
always.
you don't have a trivia?
Yes.
You don't have a trivia question?
I do not.
Okay.
You've
Well,
been-
listen.
you've been saying you've been trying to get on for
Right.
years.
That's why we were going to wait. I was going to wait 30
Yeah.
At
seconds.
least keep
or
one in
so.
your wallet or something, that you can pull out.
Pull out. Well, Donna, for being a good sport and for trying so many years, and I can't do this for everybody, folks. We go broke, okay?
Right.
But I'm going to send her an AFR travel mug.
Oh, how nice.
That's nice.
How about
Okay.
that, Donna?
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Now,
Thank you so much.
And
Yeah.
have a piece of New York cheesecake
Cheesecake.
with that.
Yeah. All right.
When you drink
Stay
your
on the
coffee.
Boy,
line.
don't that sound
Just
good.
Stay on the line
Cindy,
so
get
she
that.
can,
Gonna
Cindy
put-
can
gonna
get your
put-
address.
Going to put you on hold.
Thank you, Donna.
So stick
okay,
around.
Donna was a good sport.
You
She
sound
did
like
get
a sweet lady.
She did get New York cheesecake. That is one food that is named after a state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to the phones, Ed.
All right, we go to Illinois, and Frank is on the line. Frank, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, Frank, where do you live in Illinois?
Moline?
Moline. Let's see.
I love that
It's part of a
song.
bigger Quad Cities area.
Yeah,
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton song.
Yes.
right there.
Moline,
Moline,
Moline, Moline, oh.
I can't
Is
go
that
up
really
in
a
the hour.
song?
No, it's
Oh.
Jolene.
Jolie. Well,
Hey, you know that's where, is that where John Deere is?
It's the home of John Deere.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty.
And they
Pretty
got that.
impressive,
Well, they also have that. The PGA has a tournament there every year
Oh,
in the John Deere Classic. All right, so Frank, ask, answer, or both.
I just want to answer.
Which one?
Well, I really don't know the answer to any of them, so I kind of want to go with the odds on that true false with the leopard.
all right. Here's the question.
So
Frank.
you're gonna dumb yourself down, are you?
Hey, you got
Are
a
you,
50-50 chance. I'm with you.
That's right. 50-50
That's
chance.
how I got through my test in high school.
Here's the question, Frank. There are snow leopards in the Gobi Desert. Is that true or false?
Well, I'm assuming you're asking because it's probably true and you want to explain why, so I'm going to go with true.
Yeah. Did he get it right?
Nice deduction.
Yeah, it is deductive reasoning from
Yeah.
Our Sherlock resident Sherlock Holmes. It is true.
Nicely
there
done,
are snow
Frank.
leopards in the Gobi Desert. The Gobi Desert, one of the coldest leopards. Yeah, one of the coldest leopards. One of the coldest deserts in the world. It's in Mongolia, and there are snow leopards in that desert. So,
Hey, Frank, that online detective course you took paid off this time, at least.
Hey, Frank, did you know where the where that what's the name of it?
the Gobi Desert.
Do you know where that was?
To be honest, I'll have to say no.
Okay.
Well,
you
we do encourage you to be honest.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
It's pretty
do you know,
desolate.
do you know what a snow leopard is?
Oh, I know what a snow leopard is, yes.
Do you have those in Illinois?
If they don't leave the zoo door closed, you do.
Yes, that's right. You could look out your back window and see one.
Snow leopards. If you got a group of
There-
snow leopards in your backyard, what are they called? That would be my next question.
I'm not
Or
sure.
who you going to call?
I'm not sure there
Thanks.
is a name because I don't think they're
Thank
very
you, Frank.
rare.
Have a great
Snow
weekend.
leopards.
Thank you for listening to AFR.
They are
Land
very
of
rare.
Lincoln.
They are very rare, snow leopards.
Yeah.
Did they have them in American zoos? I mean,
I don't know.
You see them in really large globes. And you shake them up, and the leopards kind of get all topsy-turvy along with the little.
And they float back
and
down.
then they float back down and land on all four paws.
all right, Trivia Friday on American Family Radio, also known as
Learning University.
Did somebody not participate, or we just don't?
We told.
we're just
Oh,
getting-
no, I think we all three were
we
there.
participated.
Also known as Learning
Learning
University. Ed's got the Pinocchio voice going on.
made
there.
myself
Yeah.
sound a little different, so
Yeah.
you knew I was participating.
Threw us off. All right, so next,
I'm a real boy.
Who's next?
We go to Tennessee, and Lisa is on the line with us. Lisa, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hi, actually, I'm from Mississippi.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Well, that's close. Tennessee, and
Right,
Mississippi. I think Cindy must have misheard you there. Okay,
Oh,
where?
that's okay.
Where do
yeah,
you? Where do
I'm
you?
a mail carrier, so
Okay.
go ahead.
No, where do you live in Mississippi?
I live in Horn Lake, but I work in Hernando.
Okay. Well, that's I live a lot of family in DeSoto County. I do.
Okay,
You
yeah.
lived there for a while growing
Yeah,
up.
my
in that
dad
part
was
of
the
country.
pastor. This was in the 70s. He was the pastor there at the First Methodist Church in South Haven.
Oh, wow, yeah, I grew up in South Haven.
Oh, okay. Hey, how old are you?
You're not supposed to ask a
You
lady
don't ask
that.
a lady that.
All right, then when were you born?
That's the same thing.
Lisa, when were you born?
Don't answer.
71.
Don't fall for it, Lisa.
He's
I
trying to
don't
find
feel
out
about
if you went
that.
to different schools together.
It's a trap.
All right, y'all gonna
I
let me?
graduated in 89.
89. Well, you mean from high school?
Yes. from high
Okay. Yeah, we wouldn't have hung out, even at the skating rink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah.
Skating rink. Yeah.
Skating rink. Yeah, skating rink. Anyway, Lisa, let's see. Where were we? Ask, answer, or both?
Both, but the guy before me got the snow leopard, so I don't really remember the question.
We can reset our questions if you want to.
Been a while.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
We do.
been a
We'll do.
while.
We just pay attention now, Lisa.
Okay.
But I mean, keep looking at the road, but pay attention. Okay.
That's
to what
right.
we're saying here.
All right, I'll have to add one. Here's my first question. American astronauts first landed on the moon on July 20th, 1969. What is the name of the place where they landed? There's a name on the moon for where they landed. Second question, Gutzon Borglum sculpted what famous U.S. monument? And I will add a question. In 1972, Kellogg's launched a new cereal with a mascot named Newton the Owl. Newton the Owl. What cereal was it? The mascot was Newton the Owl from Kellogg's. What cereal was it?
Hey, did I get that right on where they landed?
No.
Okay. Did I have any part of that right?
No.
No, because that's Arizona, what you're showing him. And that's the whole
I'm sorry. Sorry,
controversial
listeners. I was
thing.
showing Ed my answer to his question. I couldn't help myself, and he was responding. You want to know what was going on there. All right, is it you up? You're up now.
Yeah. JJ.
Here we go. First question. Who is the only athlete to play in both the World Series and the Super Bowl? Second question. This is multiple choice. What percent of people in the world have dark hair? Is it A, 70%, B, 80%, or C, 90%? And then third question, true or false, Easter Sunday fluctuates between March the 22nd and April the 25th. So that's my question. True or false, Easter can be as early as March the 22nd or as late as April the 25th. Is that true or false?
Okay, and here are my three questions, Lisa and everybody else listening. Name me three foods that are named after states or have states in their name. Foods. Number two, this famous actress is best known for her roles in two iconic musical movies from the 1960s. Name the actress and name the movies. So it's a two-part question. But if you know one, you'll know the others. I mean, this is... yes, she is a household name. Number three, Major League Baseball. There are four players who've hit over 400 home runs in their career. Name them. Without looking them up, if you can name them without looking them up, I'll send you an AFR stainless steel travel mug. All
Only
right.
four. Boy, talk about an elite club.
Right.
All right, Lisa, ask, answer, or both?
Okay. Both.
Okay, go. Which one do you want to answer?
I'm going to do it because I looked it up, I have to admit.
Okay.
It's okay.
The Kellogg's. The Kellogg's.
Okay.
Cocoa.
In 1972, Kellogg's launched a new cereal with a mascot named Newton the Owl. What cereal was it?
Cocoa Hoot.
Cocoa Hoots. That is correct.
Yeah.
We stayed there in Cancun.
At Cocoa Hoots?
Yeah, Cocoa Hoots. It was a pretty nice place there. You know.
I'd never heard of that cereal.
I'd never heard it. It must not have stuck around very long.
Yeah.
Cocoa Hoots.
Cocoa Hoots. Newton
Cocoa
the Owl.
Hoots Resort. Right there on the Playa Riviera.
And when the ladies would come out with those hats with all those fruit piled up on top of the hat and offer you lemonade. Yeah. What a
more than a lemonade.
What a vacation.
Hey, Lisa, what's your question for us?
Okay, I have an animal question for y'all too. It's true or false? It is physically impossible for a pig to look up into the sky. True or false?
I've heard that, but it could be an old wives' tale.
True.
For a pig to lift its head up into to look into the sky.
Now they can write on a spider web, and at the point, if their life depends on it, they can write on a spider web and write words that will be astounding.
Considering what usually happens to pigs, that's probably a good thing that they can't
look up.
They can't look up and see what's about to happen.
I'm going to say, I know they can't fly, but I'm going to say that's true.
I'm going to say true.
What is that sap? All right, we're going to say true.
We're going to say true, Lisa.
That's right. They can tilt their head and look up, but they can't look straight up. That's right.
Wow. So you just have to know what a guillotine sounds. No, wait, never mind. I'm so sorry. It's the family-friendly.
All right, Lisa, thank you so much.
What's the old saying?
Have a great weekend.
Wait, I don't want to know. I don't want to know how the sausage is made.
Yes,
there's a reason they say that.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back momentarily with more of today's issues. Trivia Friday here. Here it is on the American Family Radio Network.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildman.
I went visiting one day to see a family that had attended our church. I was met at the home by a little boy who was about, I'd say 5 or 6 years of age. He told me that his parents were home and then ran inside to tell his mother that that fella from the church is here. Well, once inside, I began a conversation with the mother, and of course it centered around the church. The little boy was real excited about having company, and he kept trying to be a part of the conversation. After we had talked a few minutes, the little boy finally got a question in. When is that man with a mustache going to be in your church again? Now, usually I can identify any question a young child is trying to ask, but that one really stumped at me. I racked my mind about a man with a mustache. I knew of no one in our church who had a mustache, nor did I know of anyone who had ever been in our church who wore a mustache. I tried to dig a little more information from the child with the hope that I could answer his question. Which man is that? I asked. You know, he said, the one that talked. Again, I searched my mind and could not remember anyone who had ever talked in our church who had a mustache. I thought of all our church school teachers. None of them had a mustache. I tried to remember all who had preached. I didn't remember any of them having a mustache. I was about to decide that the child was confused when my memory recalled that several months earlier I did invite a fellow minister of mine to preach at our church, and indeed he did have a mustache. After remembering that a man with a mustache did indeed talk in our church, I knew immediately why it was so difficult for me to identify him as the person the little boy spoke of. You see, the person the child asked about was black. I invited him to preach for me. He was a good friend of mine. But I remembered my friend as a black man, and the child remembered him simply as a man with a mustache. Now, had I been asked, when is the black man going to be in your church again, I would have immediately known the person of which the child spoke. The color of his skin would have been my identifying mark. But for the little boy, the major difference in my black friend and the rest of us was not the color of his skin, but the fact that he wore a mustache. Racial prejudice, regardless of which direction it comes from, is something which has to be learned. Little children do not have it until they are taught it. The man from Galilee once said, "The kingdom of God belongs to men who have hearts as trusting as these little children. And anyone who doesn't have their kind of faith will never get into the kingdom's gates." That little child taught me a valid lesson that day, that there are other distinguishing characteristics about a person other than the color of his skin. Maybe one day some of us adults will be able to remember a man by his mustache rather than the color of his skin.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildman, a production of the American Family Association.
What no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love Him. 1 Corinthians 2:9.
American Family Radio.
All right. No, that's not Gomer Pyle. What is that, Ed?
Hogan's Heroes. Hogan!
Most famous line still used by Americans today is what from that show?
I see nothing. I hear nothing. I know nothing.
I know nothing.
I hear nothing.
Did they ever get out of that bunker?
Out of the bunker.
Were they ever freed out of that, wherever they stay?
Stalag 13?
Yeah, they ever stay there? Have they ever get out of there?
I don't know. At the end of the show?
Yeah. Like Gilligan's Island, they got off, right?
Did they?
Did Gilligan's Island get off?
I don't know.
That would have been nice for the last episode.
I should have paid more attention in history class.
Be a good trivia question.
I don't know the answer to. Yeah.
What if they dug out and then they popped out on the Gilligan's Island? That'd have been a nice little plot twist.
That would have been.
Came right out of the ground.
Hilarious.
And there's the professor, Mr. and Miss Howell, looking down at him.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Back to the phone.
Excellent.
First-time callers only, and we got a bank full of them.
We sure do. Well, we go to Kansas, and Lyman is on the line. Lyman, welcome to Trivia Friday. I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
You did very good job.
What's that?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, good. Well, thank you, Lyman. Welcome to the program. Where do you live in Kansas?
Newton.
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 Great area.
Like Fig?
Yes, Big Newton.
Yeah. All right, ask and answer both, Lyman.
Okay, just answer. Just answer.
Okay, which one do you want to try?
I'm going to try the moon.
Okay, Lyman, here's the question.
He's going to shoot for the moon.
Shoot for the moon. American astronauts first landed on the moon on July 20th, 1969. What is the name of the place where they landed?
Well, it was in the Sea of Tranquility, but it was called Tranquility Base, I think.
That is correct.
All right. Way to
Nice.
go,
Big
Lyman.
Base. That's a long way from Arizona.
How'd you know that, Lyman?
Well, I'm of that era.
Okay, well, good memory there, brother.
That sure is.
That you have there.
Sure.
I guess Sea of Serenity, but I don't know. It was Tranquility, right?
Tranquility. Base.
You're getting conversation with your therapist mixed up with your history. And that happens when you're on a couch and they say you're getting drowsy. You're getting very drowsy. It's hard to get all that.
That's
colliding together.
Mixes
I
all
quit
together.
paying for that therapist. I told him, I said I can get drowsy at home by myself. I don't need you to convince me. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Lyman, thanks for listening to AFR. Have a wonderful weekend,
one
sir.
session. That's all it was.
Well, while you were down there
I thought
vacationing at Cocoa Hoops.
Cocoa Hoops.
All right. We go to Arkansas, and Abby is on the line. Abby, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good morning, guys. How are y'all doing today?
Hey, Abby, we're doing great. Thanks for calling. Where do you live in Arkansas?
I live in Cave City, Arkansas, home of the sweetest watermelon.
Oh,
we got to come there for that then.
Now we know what kind of festival they have.
Where is
That's right.
Where is that? Where's your town? If you look at the map.
It's located about 20 minutes from north of Batesville.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I was just in Jedsona over the weekend. Fishers of Men banquet, met a lot of wonderful, sweet Arkansas listeners, and I'm going to be in Batesville for a pregnancy center banquet. I don't have the date in front of me. That's a beautiful area through there, but I didn't know about the wonderful tasting watermelons.
Watermelons, sweetest watermelons.
Yes, sweetest watermelons in the world. Yes, sir.
Abby, your last name's not Normal, is it?
Burr.
Abby Normal?
Abnormal.
Abby Normal. It's not Dear Abby because no, it's here.
Yeah,
Okay.
You hear that a lot. Hey, Abby, you want to ask, answer, or do both?
Do both.
Which one you want to answer?
I want to answer the one about Easter.
Oh, okay. It's true or false. And here's the question. Easter Sunday fluctuates between March the 22nd and April the 25th. Is that true or false?
That is true.
It is 100% true. And Easter Sunday this year is...
Way to go, Abby.
Yeah, way to go, Abby.
March the 31st.
March the 31st.
March the 31st.
Right.
How'd you
Yes,
know that?
sir.
How'd you know that answer, Abby?
Well, because it always does. It's never on the same date, and I
Right.
have celebrated it in March, and I
Right.
have celebrated it in April, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has something to do with the
Well, I've got it right here.
Go
It's
ahead.
based on a calendar calculation involving the moon. That's the simplest answer.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something rare that happened this year. Ash Wednesday was on Valentine. So you had a little calendar collision because Ash Wednesday, fasting, and other things as far as,
Except nobody makes dinner reservations for Ash Wednesday.
No, that's it. But
Right.
the thing about saying now it's
Start of
Ash
Lent.
Wednesday, start of Lent, so you have to quit doing some things, fasting. You say, well, wait, what about all this chocolate? What about I was going to take you out to eat for Valentine's? Oh, no,
Can't do it.
Valentine's, Ash Wednesday, just a little calendar collision.
Mm-hmm. All right. Abby, what's your question for us?
My question for you guys is, who was the only female judge of Israel?
Was it Deborah?
Deborah, I think.
We're going to say
Yes.
Deborah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Deborah was the only female judge. That would have been, is that in the
Book of Judges?
Book of Judges. Yeah.
Thank you, Abby.
Way to go, Abby.
Thanks for knowing the Word and reading your Bible, and we always encourage people to
Hey,
read the Bible every
when
day.
the summer gets here, Abby, you drive over and bring us some watermelon. Would you do that?
Hey, sure enough, I've delivered them a little bit everywhere.
Well, we'll show you around everything. We'll have a watermelon party out here.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, the
Hey,
staff would
that
love it.
great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Abby.
That's very nice of you, Tim, to invite her to bring watermelons for us.
Hey, just kind of guy I am. I don't like to take a lot of credit for it.
Just ask her to invite her to drive. What is that? It's probably 6 hours, 5 hours? How far is it?
JJ knows. He's traveled. It's 4 hours from here to Little Rock, so whatever that is.
Right. Just do the math and carry the one. That's what I do. I don't even care about Siri. Last time I talked to her, Siri said, in 400 feet, let me get out of the truck. That's a bad sign.
I was about to say the same thing because I read that on Facebook this morning. Someone had posted that about my driving so bad
that must be where I saw it.
That 1 out of 10 times when Siri ends you up at your destination and it's not.
Yeah.
That's when,
Yep.
And then you immediately talk back to this machine on your phone, which in logically speaking, can't hear a word you're saying.
Right.
It doesn't care. But she says you've arrived at your destination, and you look at it, and you see an empty field.
It's a swamp.
Yeah. Hey,
Right.
It's dropped me off in some abandoned warehouse, sketchy, just like you see on a
Freddy
murder
Krueger
movie.
movie, yeah.
Oh, my word. And I'll go, I know this. Not only is this not it, I'm getting out of here quick.
Yeah.
Or this one and well.
All right, Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, Ed, and JJ, we thank you for listening. This is also known as Learning University. Learning University rolls on. I think we need to repeat our questions real quickly, fellas.
All right. I'm going to have to add a couple because I've had a lot answered. I guess they must be too easy. All right, first question. Now, this one's not too easy, I don't think. Gutzon Borglum sculpted what famous U.S. monument? I did have a Kellogg's question answered, so this one's going to be pretty easy, but I will throw another Kellogg's question in. What Kellogg's cereal had a mascot rooster named Cornelius? And third question, originally Amazon only sold one type of item. What was it? Originally Amazon only sold one type of item. What was it? All right, that's what I've got.
Here's what I've got. First question, who is the only athlete to play in both a World Series and a Super Bowl? Second question, what percent of people in the world have black or brown hair? What percent of people in the world have dark hair? Multiple choice, is it 70%, 80%, or 90%? And then I'll add one. Bible question.
Add one.
Even though Moses was told by God that he was not allowed to enter the promised land, who was he commanded to appoint to lead Israel into the promised land? Who did Moses appoint to lead Israel into the promised land?
And it was not Newton the Owl, folks, so you need to dig deep for this.
So there's a hint.
Eliminate that one.
Just eliminate it.
All right, here are my questions. List 3 foods that are named after states. We had an earlier caller who did get New York cheesecake, but then didn't get 2 others. The second question I have is This actress, famous actress, is best known for her roles in two iconic movies from the 1960s. They were both musicals. And they were back-to-back years. One was 1964 and one was 1965. So I want to know the name of the actress and the name of the movies. I tell you what, if you can get that, I hate travel mug. The degree of difficulty right there is.
Yeah,
the
it
movies.
is. If you're from that, I mean,
Are you
I'm
saying
pretty
without
sure I
looking
know
it up?
Do you know it?
No, I don't.
I know it.
Yeah, you know it. Okay. All right. And my final question is.
Are you saying without looking that up?
Yes,
Without
sir.
research?
Yeah,
sir.
but that's
Good.
it's not easy.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
Okay, so my final question is: there are 4 Major League Baseball players in history that have hit over 700 career home runs. If you can name all 4 without looking them up, I'll send you an AFR travel mug as a gift. So most people will get 2 or 3, but I want to know what the 4 names. There's only been 4 in the history of Major League Baseball. All right, Ed.
All right, we go to Texas, and Jody is on the line. Jody, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello.
Hey, Jody, where do
Hi.
you live in Texas?
I live in Emory, Texas.
Which is near where?
It's between Dallas and Tyler.
Okay. I-30
And
or 20?
I wanted to just off of 20, yes.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
I wanted to
go
say
ahead.
hello.
Go ahead.
I want to say hello to Tim and Allison because I've been on the Spiritual Heritage Tour with them and also the Israel Tour.
Wow.
Well, hey, Jody. Well, good to hear from you. Thank you for those kind words. Which Israel trip did you go on? Do you remember what year?
Yeah, it's 2022.
Okay.
I think the last
one we went on. Yeah. Well, no, we went in 2023.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, but 2024 has been postponed. But yeah, well, wonderful. It's good to hear from you again.
Hey, let me put you on the spot. Was it a good trip? Would you recommend others to go?
Oh my goodness, yes, both. I would love to get to do both of those again.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jody. Checks in the mail. Checks in the mail for you there, Jody, for your
endorsement,
paid endorsement. No, I'm just kidding. All right, ask, answer, or both, Jody.
I'd like to do both, please.
Okay, which one do you want to answer?
I'd like to answer the Borglum question.
Oh, good. All right, Jody, here's the question. Gutzon Borglum sculpted what famous U.S. monument?
That would be Mount Rushmore.
It is Mount Rushmore.
All right.
Wow.
Have you been there, Jody?
Yes, twice.
What?
JJ did a pregnancy banquet there.
Right at the base
right at Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Tim's looking, his jaw's dropping. He's just being.
Well, JJ's been everywhere, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, I haven't
So, Jody,
been there.
tell us
You
about-
haven't been, right, Tim?
No, I have.
You owe
wanna
it
go.
to yourself to go.
So, Jody, tell us about going to Mount Rushmore. What?
Oh my, it's an amazing trip. I took my granddaughter the first time, and we went up in a helicopter and flew past the faces of the presidents. It was amazing.
So, so you said you've been twice, and
Yes.
Was that a trip just to see Mount Rushmore, or did you see some other? Was that a?
The first one was just to Mount Rushmore, and the
Okay.
second one was I was on my way to Glacier National Park.
Got you. That's
And
a
I've
haul.
heard how beautiful that is.
Yeah.
Glacier National Park.
I've been to both.
You've been to both those? Wow.
Well, I owe it to.
Yes.
I mean, you owe it to yourself to go see that. I was speaking in the corner of Nebraska, and I had all day. They said, "Well, what do you want to do before your flight?" I said, "Well, what is there to see?" They said, "Well, Mount Rushmore is a couple of hours away."
Oh my goodness!
And on the way there, they said, "You know what happened down over here? This vast hill." They said, "This is where Dancing with Wolves was shot."
Wow!
And you could just see all this beautiful land where those buffaloes came through, and then we saw Mount Rushmore, and you've seen it on calendars and postcards your entire life, but it's just like seeing the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
It's just like biblical
Beautiful.
in scope.
Yes.
Yeah, very patriotic and
Yes.
awe-inspiring.
So I actually wasn't that far off in terms of you speaking I was kidding about speaking at Mount Rushmore, but
Right.
you're just 2 hours away.
Yeah, a couple hours away there in Nebraska.
All right, Jody, your question for us. Go ahead.
Okay, there are 3 categories or groups of mammals. What are those 3 categories or groups called?
Okay, all right. Don't say anything. We're going to talk amongst ourselves.
Right.
We talking herbivore and carnivore and that kind of thing.
I'm wondering if we're talking about a whale. That's going to be a little different than a gorilla. You know,
Well, there's
whale
like-
being
There's like marsupials.
That's
Okay?
right.
They
Let's throw
carry
that
a
in there.
pouch.
That are marsupials carnivores. That was
Carnivore
I don't think so.
marsupials.
wow.
What's that guy's name? Let's throw him in there and say that's a one of the.
Are we even on the right track? Any one
if
of us
this,
here?
Yeah, if this is a
Jody?
joke, we're really going to look silly.
No, it's not a joke. Marsupials is one of them.
Okay, we got one.
All right.
Then what's the difference? Like I'm not so sure a whale should be called a mammal.
Well, you got New Yorkers.
But they did buy. They get in there by a whisker.
Well, mammals are warm-blooded.
You got
right?
And you have,
So-
and you have to give birth instead of
Yeah.
hatching an egg or whatever.
Ed's focused, man.
I am, but
You're a bore down focus.
Pull us
All right,
across
now
the
they're
finish
just-
line.
now they're just
Ed,
mocking
pull us,
me,
no,
Jody.
pull us across
I
the
had,
finish line.
I had a
Ed.
joke. Nobody laughed.
what did
No,
you
I
say?
got it.
Oh,
Yeah, JJ got it. He barely
herbivores and
laughed.
carnivores.
And New Yorkers.
Yes. Hey, we don't know what's the answer.
Okay, the 3 are placentals,
Right?
marsupials, and monotremes.
Oh, anybody should have got that.
Placentals, yes, placentals are mammals that are born with an umbilical cord. Marsupials are those like a kangaroo or a koala that have a pouch. The babies are born undeveloped, and then they develop in the pouch.
Mm-hmm.
And then monotremes are there are only 2 of them, and they are mammals that lay eggs.
Well, that's the
Okay,
platypus.
like platypus.
Platypus.
I think I
And-
rode the monotreme at the World Fair one time,
Yes.
but it must have been something different, totally different.
Well, it's funny you should say
yes,
this, Jody, because I got my wife a dozen placentals
Here we
just
go.
for Valentine's
Here
Day.
we go.
It was, it's
Oh,
kind of
my
expensive.
word.
Oh my word, Jody, thank
Yes.
you. That really is educational.
So,
It is,
so,
trivia.
so you said what was the first one?
Marsupials.
Placentals.
Yeah, placenta. They got the umbilical
So
cord.
that's humans and anything, that's most of them.
Gotcha.
Most mammals are placentals.
Gotcha. All right,
That's
hey
crazy.
Jody, thanks for calling and take care. Appreciate you. Waiting patiently. Thank you.
That's crazy how a little baby kangaroo, the baby would be born and then crawl out of the pouch and crawl up the mom. It's amazing. You'd think we're not fearfully and wonderfully made. Humans, of course, but then all of God's creation. And you have to wonder, does God have a sense of humor? I've said this before, duck-billed platypus.
Yes.
You know?
That's right.
Was that just for people to smile? Or maybe it's got a special reason in life that we just haven't seen when it's out and about doing what it does by itself.
Because it looks like spare parts.
Yes.
Tossed
Yes.
together. All right. Let's go to Georgia. And Dwayne is on the line. Dwayne, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello.
Hey, Dwayne.
I'm here.
All right. Well, where do you live in Georgia, Dwayne?
Cochran, Georgia.
Where's that? If I'm looking at the map, where's that? That's south.
It's about 35 miles south of Macon.
Oh, okay.
If you know where Macon, Georgia is.
Oh, yeah, on 75.
Near
near
No,
75?
it's not on 75. It's down 23.
Oh, yeah, 23. Yeah, I got my.
State Highway 23. That's right.
Right, gotcha. Well, all right, Dwayne, ask, answer, or both?
Both.
Which one do you want to answer?
I want to answer the one about after Moses was not allowed to go into the promised land.
Yes, even though Moses was told by God that he was not allowed to enter the promised land, who was he commanded to appoint to lead Israel into it?
Joshua.
Joshua.
All right.
Yes.
Joshua.
Joshua, who apparently had no parents. How weird is that?
The son of none.
Oh. Boy.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never heard that one, Tim?
Yeah, I've
Joshua,
heard it.
son.
That's the
No.
problem. I've heard it for 40 years.
Hey, Dwayne, thank you. What's your question for us? Good job on the Bible
my
question.
my question is, what were the two spies that had the positive report when they came back and give a report about going into the promised land?
Joshua and Caleb and those other 10, not only did they incite everybody, cause everybody to grumble and cry out and try to attack Moses and Aaron, they wound up dropping dead, and they were scouting out the land for 40 days. And God said, because you didn't believe me, it was more about unbelief than disobedience.
Right.
You're going to wander around the desert for a year for every day that you scouted this out. 40 years you're going to wander around there because you insulted me. You didn't believe that I could care for you, defeat your enemies, provide for you. And so you're going to wander around till this generation is dead. Then your children can come over.
And that's after all that God had done for them.
Miracle
already.
after miracle after miracle. And boy, before I'm too rough on the Israelites, I have to look in the mirror.
Yeah, amen.
Hey, thanks for knowing the word,
Absolutely.
Dwayne.
All right, God bless you, brother. Have a good weekend. All right, let's. What do you guys say we go to Oklahoma? We're going to go to Oklahoma, and Eric is on the line. Eric, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello, how are y'all?
Good, Eric. Where do you live in Oklahoma?
Do what?
Where do you live in Oklahoma?
Stratford, Oklahoma.
Okay, which is near where?
Oh, you ever heard of Ada or Paul's Valley?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Ada. Indian,
We're south
Native
of
American
Oklahoma
country.
City.
I got you.
Yes.
Native
yeah.
American
Yeah.
country
Yeah.
through there.
I got you.
Yeah, we're between Ada and Paul's Valley, little town.
Where was Toby Keith from?
Norman.
He was from Norman?
Where the
Okay.
Air Force Base is.
Yeah, because he recently passed.
Hey, Eric, I've mentioned this on the air, but it's been a long time ago. You know, when you're over there near Ada and you see those towns, Pontotoc and Tishomingo and some of those are the same towns around us here in North Mississippi, because in the Trail of Tears, when they did that long journey, all that horrific treatment of the Native Americans, they took the names of their towns, and all around Ada, all of those towns are the ones we have right here where we live in North Mississippi.
That's pretty neat.
All right, Eric, ask, answer, or do both.
I want to do both. My question got answered on the last one about Joshua. So I don't know. I think there was one about a rooster.
Okay. Here's the question.
I'll take
You
a
know,
shot.
guys, I spent a lot of time preparing my question, and I have not even I have had one person
try
my question. So, Eric, you want to try one of mine?
Well,
it's a free one.
you
I'll
may
give
be
you.
too,
I'll give you a free one. A free try.
Okay.
Give me 3 foods
All
that are
right.
named. Give me 3 foods that are named after states. Have states' names in them.
well, the New York cheesecake.
Yeah.
It's already been. That's
Yeah.
pretty easy. That's kind of how I made it through high school. So,
Go ahead.
Texas toothpicks.
If I had a buzzer,
And-
I'd buzz it right there.
That's not a food, though.
Okay, that's not a food.
Texas toothpicks.
You
Is that
never
like-
heard of Texas toothpicks?
Is that like a band?
Like a French fry, isn't it?
Do they
It's like fried jalapenos. Yeah.
I thought they opened for George Strait.
The Texas toothpicks. Hey,
All right,
Eric,
hold on, Eric.
Can you wait 5 minutes for
Okay.
our break?
Yes.
All right, wait up, Eric. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of Trivia Friday on American Family Radio, and then he'll get the answer. Is it your question here?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back in a minute.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
Abraham Hamilton III.
If you really want to see the tides turning in our country, can I challenge you and encourage you? If the Lord could grab a hold of us in our family, you would see the tide in our politics turn. turning.
The Hamilton Quarter, weekday afternoons at 5 Central on American Family Radio.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. A New York City judge denied former President Trump's request to dismiss charges stemming from Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's investigation into hush money payments ahead of the 2016 presidential election and formally announced the trial will begin next month. The trial is now scheduled to begin with jury selection on March 25th, and Judge Juan Merchan said the trial is expected to last 6 weeks. Trump could stand to lose a lot of money and real estate holdings. Trump Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says it is sickening that Joe Biden and the Democrats have to stoop to this because they know Trump will win the election.
Well, we'll have to see how the judge rules, and it would be such a shame to see if they rule in the direction where, unfortunately, we think they're going to go, to take down an American success story, a company that was built through the blood, sweat, and tears of the Trump family and built the skyline in New York as it exists today. These Democrats have been after President Trump since the moment he came down that escalator at Trump Tower, coincidentally, in New York City, and it's because he serves as a unique threat to them, and he serves as a unique threat to Joe Biden. Let's not forget, all of these cases are coming about now because it's in the middle of an election. They've had years to go after the Trump organization. They've had years to go after him for January 6th. In all of these cases, they share one similarity. The timing of all of them is in the midst of the election because they want him in a courtroom, not on the campaign trail, because they know that he will beat Joe Biden at the ballot box.
Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fonnie Willis took the stand yesterday to defend herself against allegations of an inappropriate romantic relationship with a fellow prosecutor. Steve Harrigan reports from Atlanta.
It was a surprise move yesterday. Fonnie Willis, the DA in Fulton County, had tried to push away a subpoena for days to fight it. Instead, she ignored the advice of her counsel and her lawyers, took the stand, and right away tried to assert control over the proceedings. Much of the focus during yesterday's misconduct hearing was to try to answer a simple question. Was Nathan Wade, the chief prosecutor, hired before or after an intimate relationship began between him and Willis? Also, their finances were quizzed repeatedly. According to Wade and Willis, when the two of them traveled together, Wade used his credit card and then Willis reimbursed him with cash. When challenged on that, Willis pushed back hard.
The Kansas City community is recovering following that deadly shooting. Jeff Paul has the latest from Kansas City, Missouri.
During this vigil that was hosted by a crowd of people in downtown Kansas City, some said they were flat out angry that such a joyous occasion and celebration was ruined by gunfire. Others, though, expressing sadness for the loss of local DJ and mother of two, Lisa Lopez Galvan, who was shot during that parade celebration.
Parents of homeschool students in Michigan are outraged after a push from Democrats.
Democratic leaders are planning to force families who homeschool to sign on to a mandatory registry. They claim this will help to crack down on child abuse and neglect in homes. Scott Woodruff works with the Homeschool Legal Defense Association. He says this will not help with that issue.
The Mayo Clinic has a list of risk factors for child abuse and neglect. Homeschooling is not one of them. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control has a list of risk factors for child abuse and neglect. Homeschooling is not one of them. The World Health Organization has a list of risk factors for child abuse and neglect. Homeschooling is not one of them.
Woodruff said the Federal Commission to Eliminate Child Abuse and Neglect Fatalities released some numbers.
Between 4 and 8 children die in America of child abuse and neglect every day. We owe it to those kids to find solutions that will actually work.
He used an analogy of seatbelts. Back before 1985, Michigan did not have a law requiring people to wear seatbelts when in a car.
Does this sound plausible? Let's reduce auto injuries by putting the names of all drivers on a list. Is that plausible, or would people say that's downright kooky? Putting people's names on a list don't protect them from anything. And yet that is precisely the argument that a few Democratic leaders are making right now. If Democratic policymakers want to be serious about helping kids in danger, there's only one way to do that, and that is to start by using well-established risk factors, and homeschooling is not one of them.
I'm Bronson Woodruff.
More news online at afn.net and on the AFN mobile app. I'm Rusty Pugh.
Thoughts of the child you were carrying keep pouring over in your mind. A deep, unrelenting sadness overshadows your days, and you wonder if you will ever feel whole again. There is hope and healing from a reproductive loss. Call the International Helpline, 866-482-LIFE, and talk with someone who has been where you are. Your call is confidential, and we will help you find healing. 866-482-LIFE.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Learning University's on the air. We got 24 and a half more minutes of education. And we got Eric on the line with us from Oklahoma. And I was giving Eric a free shot at one of my questions. He's going to answer one of Ed's questions, but I got tired of sitting over here, having studied and researched all these questions, and nobody's even trying for mine. So,
like the Maytag man.
Yeah, Eric. So 3 foods that are named after states. You got one because of our previous caller gave us New York cheesecake. Give me 2 more.
New York strip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another one.
That's a city, but
That's also a state.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Go. All right, I'll give you that. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm drawing a blank on the third one.
Okay.
I cannot come up with another one unless it's never mind.
All right. Well, anyway, which one are you?
Okay, here's the question of mine that you wanted to answer. What Kellogg's cereal had a mascot rooster named Cornelius, Eric?
I'm guessing on all of these, my question got answered, but I'm going to say it was cornflakes.
It is. It was cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
That's what I thought.
Cornelius, the rooster.
Good.
So what? When was this cornflakes introduced? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. That's probably the 40s or something.
What Kellogg's cereal had a mascot rooster? Yeah.
Named Cornelius.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, what's your question for us?
Okay, this involves your hometown of Tupelo, Mississippi.
We're ready.
In the mid to late 1940s, a group of hunters from various parts of the United States met in Tupelo, Mississippi, and formed a hunting organization that has world championships, competitions. What type of hunting was it, or what was the name of the organization?
Wow.
Huh.
I've never heard that.
You're sports fans.
Wow.
Now,
so,
see, I'm thinking
maybe coon hunting?
but there's not a lot of coon hunting here now. But, I can think of
Back
the
in the
ones
day?
that have clubs. Now, you had some hunters around that same earlier than that went down and tied a bear to a tree for Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
The reason they call teddy bears is all because of some Mississippi hunters trying to provide a hunting trip for the president.
I think we go coon hunting.
Let's go coon hunting.
Coon hunting.
You got it. It was the American Coon Hunters Association.
Okay.
Formed in Tupelo, Mississippi.
And when was that? What year was that?
It was the mid to late 1940s. I'm not exactly sure on the year it was formed.
Did they meet at Scherer's Drive-In, or do you remember where they met? Because we need to put a plaque up.
Probably so.
That's right.
Yeah.
We need to put a plaque up and a sign, and we need to have a festival. Because every town in America has a festival about something.
Well, we got the Elvis.
Well,
You go an hour from where we were sitting, and there's a famous coon dog cemetery.
Yeah.
It's called Freedom Hills, which, by the way, all of the outlaws, the bootleggers and all, they went to about an hour from here into Alabama, real rugged country. They called it Freedom Hills, and they right down the thick of the hills, they stayed there and were able to escape the revenuers. But right in that part there,
you know about that being from Kentucky.
I know about that, yes, sir. But they've got a coon dog cemetery with all these monuments with all these famous coon dogs.
Eric, thank you, brother.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it. Thanks for holding through the break. That's Eric from Oklahoma.
Guys, can I make mention we've got some folks taking a tour, Wendell and Peggy Schmidt. They're from Waterloo, Iowa. Just such a nice couple. They actually went to the last Holy Land tour with you and Walker, and they've been on the Spiritual Heritage Tour. Sweet listeners of AFR, and they're traveling. So in their travels, they just wanted to stop and see our headquarters.
They went down to the beach. I think they went down to Gulf Shores, they said. And
they were
coming back through.
snow leopards. That's why they shut it down.
Hey.
Leopards.
Or
Hey,
no, wait, that's snowbirds.
Hey, speaking of tours, where are you speaking anywhere coming up?
I'm just finishing my 6-event tour in a week and a half. The tour bus driver and my bodyguard are out by the popcorn machine right now. Father-daughter banquet, Valentine banquets, wild game dinner. But tonight, Buchanan Baptist Youth Valentine banquet. And then, if I can make mention, Wade Baptist Church in Moss Point, Mississippi, March the 9th and 10th. That's on the Gulf Coast. Wild game dinner, and then both Sunday morning services. Stand-up comedy in New Albany, Mississippi for First Choice Hillcrest Baptist Church, March the 21st. Mason City, Iowa, at the North Iowa Community College. Stand-up comedy, a fundraiser for the Christian school there. That's March the 23rd, and that's a ticketed event. We talked about that at Christmas. They had a flash sale, and they sold a ton of tickets. They said, thank you.
Go to jjjasper.com.
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 May
now,
or may not be up to date.
Coming up in April, you got a 2-for-1 deal, right? You'll speak twice for the one honorarium. Is that right?
You know,
did I read that wrong?
Well, no, what
You
you're
read it
getting
wrong.
mixed up because you saw me on the side of the road due to Bidenomics. I said, we'll speak for meat, pork chops, steaks, hamburger, and I've got that little cardboard. Yeah.
All right, Trivia Friday.
groceries.
Do we need to let's repeat our questions this is the last time today we'll repeat our questions.
All right. I just have one question remaining. I'll probably regret this, but I will add a second one just to carry us to the bottom of the hour. The only one I have left really is from my earlier ones. Originally, Amazon only sold one type of item. What was it? And here's the one I'll add. Coca-Cola is the top best-selling brand of soft drink in America, and Pepsi is number 3. What's number 2?
Oh.
What is the number 2 best-selling brand of soft drink in America?
Who is the only athlete to play in both the World Series and the Super Bowl? Guys, since it's late, do I need to give a couple of make it multiple choice? Tim, Ed?
Oh, yeah, however you feel led, JJ.
Who is the only athlete to play in both the World Series and the Super Bowl? It's either John Elway, Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, or Deion Sanders. And then my second question is multiple choice. What percentage of people in the world have dark hair? You know it's going to be a lot because it's either 70%, 80%, or 90%.
Okay, mine, give me 3 foods named after states or with states associated with them. For example, New York cheesecake. That was given earlier as one food. I need 2 more, or give me 3 new ones. I don't care. But list 3 foods named with states associated with them. All right, also this question. This famous actress is best known. This is for a travel mug. This is for an AFR stainless steel travel mug that we're sending to you if you get this question right. This famous actress is best known for her roles in 2 iconic films or movies that were musicals from the 1960s. Name the actress and name the movies. This is household Americana right here.
Right.
Everybody knows this. And then finally, 4 Major League Baseball players have hit 700 career home runs. Who are they? Only 4 in the history of Major League Baseball have hit over 700 career home runs. Who are they? Name them. All right, let's go.
All right, we go back to Texas, and Susan is on the line. Susan, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hi.
Hey,
hello,
I am
Susan.
From Katy. Hi. I'm from Katy, Texas.
Okay, and that's down around north of Houston, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Katy, Conroe, the Woodlands, and aren't y'all kind of side by side?
Well,
not exactly.
The Woodlands and Conroe are north. I'm more on 10 towards San Antonio.
Gotcha. Well, listen, thanks for calling, Susan. You want to ask, answer, or both?
Just answer.
Okay, which one?
I want to answer Tim's question about the actress.
Okay, let me repeat it real quickly, and then you can answer it, and I'll send you the travel mug because I know you're going to get it right, Susan. And this famous actress is best known for her roles in two iconic movies from the 1960s. They were musicals. That ought to tip you off. Name the actress and name the movies. Go ahead, Susan.
It was Julie Andrews, and she played in Mary Poppins, and she also played in Sound of Music.
There you go.
Excellent.
Way to go, Susan. Do you know, I was reading about this. We're going to get your address. The Mary Poppins came out in 1964. And then she followed that up the very next year with The Sound of Music from 1965. For some reason, Susan, I had thought The Sound of Music was older than that.
Nope.
But
and I think she's doing reverse mortgage ads now. Or that might be somebody else.
Her and Tom Selleck.
Reverse
mortgage. But how did you just know that?
They actually
Go ahead.
They actually built a theater, and I'm from Durham, North Carolina originally.
Okay.
And they built a theater to accommodate The Sound of Music because of the widescreen.
Oh, okay.
70 millimeter.
Well, The Sound of Music is. They're both iconic movies. Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music's one of my favorite movies.
Sometimes, this is a trivia show. A lot of people don't realize this. Sometimes on a Saturday, Tim, Ed, and I will get out in an open field and we'll put our arms out and just start spinning round and round together.
Right.
Just because of the impact that movie's had in our life. That's okay to reveal, isn't it, guys?
Well,
yeah.
We're not going to lose points from our man card.
I'm not sure.
When the sheriff's deputies show up, it's kind of it's weird, really. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we head for that place in Alabama that
Freedom
JJ
Hills
was talking about.
Yes.
Hey, Susan, my parents went to, a lot of people have done this, went to Austria and went to the very place where
kidding.
Sound of Music was filmed. Did you know, have you know anything about that?
I've never been there, but I would love to go there.
Yeah, me too.
My brother actually in his senior class play, he went to a Christian high school, and he was Rolf in Sound of Music.
How fun.
Let me just ask you this. This is going to sound, I could be looking for some mockery here, wind up being mocked. But is that based on a true story?
Yes,
other
based on
than
true
the
story.
Nazis and everything. That is it.
Yes,
Von
I think
Trapp,
it is,
Von
right.
Trapp family. Okay.
Susan, do you know that? Is that based on a true story, Sound of Music?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it's based on Maria von Trapp.
All right. Wow.
When they escaped from Austria.
Well, don't give it away.
Oh,
you just spoiled the
for the
movie.
for the three people who've never seen it. Sorry about that. My bad. All right, thank you, Susan.
Hey, stay on the line.
Yeah.
I'll put you on hold, Susan. Congratulations.
Yes.
Cindy Roberts will get your information.
Such a delightful lady.
We'll send you a AFR travel.
Our listeners are the best.
They are. All right, we go to Mississippi, and Christy is on the line. Christy, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, well, thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in. Where do you live in Mississippi, Christy?
Well, I live in God's country, which is also known as Starkville.
Starkville or Stark Vegas?
That's right.
So you love that. You love that cowbell when we played at the beginning of the show, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And I was wondering, has that question been answered yet?
It is not. The mystery question has not been answered yet.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm trying to decide which one that is.
Okay.
Well, let me just give you a hint. All my original questions have been answered, so it can't be one of mine.
Okay. Well, it's Tim's or it's the one about the athlete. And I know both of those, so I'm trying to decide. But I want Tim to have a good rest of the day, so I'm going to ask his I'm going to answer his food question.
Oh, thank you very much, Christy. The question is, list 3 foods that also have states in their name. What? Give me 3.
Okay. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Bingo. Okay.
Texas Toast.
Bingo. Texas Toast.
You tried to give a hint to help with the first caller on that one.
Give me another
How
one.
about, how about Mississippi Mud Pie?
That is one. I don't have that on my list here, but you're right. Mississippi Mud Pie is one.
There's three.
That's
She did
three.
it.
You did
Nicely
it. Way
done.
to go.
That's without the New York cheesecake.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, without the New York. Yeah,
I was
right.
going to say baked Alaska, but what else? What else is on the list, Tim?
Okay. You mean just reel them off?
Well, just a few, just another handful.
Idaho potatoes.
Oh, didn't think about that.
Georgia peaches.
Oh, sure.
Maryland crab cakes. Rhode Island clam chowder. Hawaiian punch.
Oh yeah.
Mississippi mud pie. That's one of them. Let's see. Texas sheet cake and Virginia ham.
Virginia ham.
Huh.
Virginia ham. There you go.
Not so familiar with those others. I just keep going back to Texas toothpicks. Oh, wait, that's the band. I get them mixed up with food every time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. The Texas toothpicks. All right, Christy, go ahead. Your question for us.
Okay. Maybe Tim can get this.
Okay.
What SEC football stadium did a Mississippi State cheerleader swan dive off of a 3-person pyramid, not get caught, was taken off on the football team's hardboard to a hospital in the city that this happened in?
Well, I think you said it when you said
By
I
ambulance.
was. That was you, Christy. Wow.
That was me, but
Oh.
I'm which SEC football stadium?
Oh,
Did that happen
stadium.
in?
I thought JJ was just kidding.
No, she said I was taken. So you fell from. Say again what happened. You
Wow,
were a
that's-
cheerleader and fell from the tier of people.
Well, I didn't fall. I swan dove, and I was supposed to get caught, and I did not get caught.
Oh, my goodness.
What happened to you?
Can you believe that my back was sore and that I actually cheered the very next Saturday because we were afraid that pyramids were going to get banned by the SEC, which they finally did. They no
Well,
longer do
Yeah.
three high.
Three
pyramids.
high. That's a relief. 'Cause I thought
Wow.
you were going to say you were paralyzed or something like that.
No,
I
thank-
probably shouldn't have asked. that.
God took
Yeah.
care of me.
What did that
On
happen?
day for
Did
sure.
that happen at in Oxford at Ole Miss?
It did not.
Okay, where did it happen?
Yeah, because we won't get that.
It happened at Bryant Denny in Tuscaloosa.
Okay, you
Three.
all you had was a
People
sore back.
high.
We're talking 12
Can you
feet,
believe-
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we talking 12 feet? Just hit the ground.
But what she's not letting on,
Yeah.
she knows when bad weather's coming before the meteorologist does.
She feels it.
She feels it.
Big
she knows
toe.
when there's going to be a storm brewing.
Well, Christy, thanks for. We're thankful that you're.
Yeah, I'm glad
Oh,
you're
so
okay.
who won the football game? What year was that?
Well, I wasn't there for the end of the game, but I'm pretty sure that the Dogs did not win.
Well, I think Mississippi State's only beat Alabama and Tuscaloosa like maybe 2 or 3 times in the history. So
this was during the Ballard era.
Well, that's when they had a chance, though, because I was over at that game in 1981. Alabama won.
That was the year. My mother was there and was told that she just fell and she knocked a security guard down to get down onto the field.
I was there in 1981, Bryant Denny Stadium. Yep.
Wow.
For that game, Alabama won that game barely. That was the closest state played them in a long time. All right, thank you, Christy. Appreciate it. And next up, Daryl.
All right, Daryl in Kansas. Welcome to Trivia Friday, Daryl.
Hey, thank you. Welcome from the wheat state.
Thank you, Daryl. Sunflower State, Kansas. Where you live there?
Yeah. In Wichita.
Okay.
Great area.
JJ has a timeshare there.
I do. I should have one.
He's been here in Kansas quite a few times.
Oh, I'll be back.
Yeah,
I'm coming back this spring.
It's on Kellogg Avenue. They still doing construction
when are you
there?
coming back?
Let's
When's
see.
he coming back?
I'm going to be in Salina, April the 18th, Pregnancy Service Center Banquet in Salina, Kansas. And I'll be right there in Wichita. I think they're sending you to pick me up at the airport. So I hope they've got in touch with you, Daryl.
All right, Daryl, ask, answer, or both? Ask, answer, or both? Which one do you want to answer?
The one everybody took, the ones I knew for sure. What ones do you have left, Tim? The baseball and the other?
I have the baseball one, but the 4 Major League Baseball players have hit over 700 career home runs. Who are they?
Oh no, I'm sorry. The 2 sports stars.
That's JJ.
Oh, that's me. Here's what I've got. Who is the only athlete to play in both the World Series and the Super Bowl?
Now you got a multiple choice.
I narrowed it down. Yeah, It's either going to be John Elway, Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, or Deion Sanders.
Man, it's hard to say. I want to say Deion Sanders.
That's right.
Yay! Wait,
wanted to say it. You said it, and ding, 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 ding. Daryl, you won a travel mug.
Cowbell.
Right
Beloved
under
cowbell.
the wire.
Beloved cowbell.
And that is right under the wire. I mean, because we are
finish.
just about at the end of the program here.
Way to go! Deion Sanders.
Congratulations.
He
Daryl.
played for the. I think
Atlanta Falcons.
I think he won a Super Bowl with the Cowboys.
That's remarkable, though, to play in both a World Series and a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. What's your question for us, Daryl?
Well, I've got a presidential question, or I've got an insect question.
Aren't they the same?
Which one do you want?
the same?
Hey, I'll tell you what.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we're
coming up to the end of the program, Daryl. Go ahead and give the insect question.
The insect's a quick one. Is it true? I like to say that because I hear that on the radio.
Yeah.
Does a gnat have teeth? Yes, true or false?
I'm gonna say yes.
Male or female gnat? Male or female gnat, Daryl? Valentine's behind us.
We're down to 2 minutes.
Scoring points.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a gnat does have teeth.
I'm gonna say no, just to give us a chance.
You mean they gum us?
Hey, Daryl, we're almost out of time. Go ahead. What's the answer? Yes, sir.
100% true. Well, 100% true. They have 16 teeth.
Wow. That explains a lot.
Who counts the teeth on a gnat?
Yeah.
Hey, Daryl, we're going to have to let you go, so we're going to
Yes.
put you on hold so we can get your information and send you a free AFR travel mug.
Congratulations, buddy. And make sure when you're at the airport, hold that sign up that says JJ so I'll know which limo to get in.
16 teeth. I don't know.
And what do you get?
I thought the same.
All right, I got 2 questions left. I've had
Another day older,
questions.
you get bit.
Yeah.
You see around there?
Originally, Amazon only sold one type of item. What was
Books.
it? It was books. I thought that would be an ezy one.
And
Coca-Cola is the #1 top-selling brand of soft drinks. Pepsi's #3. #2, as you
Dr.
pointed
Pepper.
out, no, it's Diet Coke.
Oh.
Diet Coke's number
Wow.
2. Diet Coke.
How many people in the world have dark hair? 70%,
I'd say 70%.
80%, or 90%?
I'll say 90.
90.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. 4 Major League Baseball players in history have hit over 700 career home runs. Who are they?
Hammer and Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron. yeah.
Mark McGuire?
Mark McGuire. No? Pete Rose?
I don't know.
Pete Rose. No.
I was betting he would be one of the ones.
The Barry Bonds.
Oh, I forgot
yeah,
about
Barry
old
Bonds.
Barry.
Heads, and then Hank Aaron, number 2, and then Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
Oh, Babe, yeah. Hank,
Number 3.
yeah, he broke-
Mickey
And
Mantle?
the final player with 700 home runs with 703 is Albert Pujols.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, he finished with 697, just 3 shy
Wow.
of the 700
I think
club.
he would have at least hung in there.
700 club. He would have replaced Pat Robertson had he done that. We'll see you next week.
Spiritual Heritage Tours with AFA President Tim Wildman include a tour of Washington, D.C.,